What's going on, Brews? Welcome to Hottest Cards of the Week, the weekly series where every Friday night we review the hottest... Actually, timeout, sorry. Danny Phantom has been wearing beanies every single upload for like at least 2 or 3 straight weeks. He's a top 3 of mine, like literally he's like an idol, like all hail Danny Phantom. So I just, in honor of Danny Phantom, I'm wearing a beanie. If I would rock a Danny Phantom beanie. Danny, make your own beanies, please, if you don't already. Anyway, so multiple alt arts are now above $500 all of a sudden that weren't a few days ago. I'm saving that for the end. I'm probably gonna put that in the thumbnail, the title. You don't really not include that if that's what your video has in store. Let's do it right now. Alright, so thumbnail, the 3 alt arts, the numbers, the $500 club. Bang, got it. Alright, so welcome to the $500 club, hottest cards of the week. So we're going to start off Crown Zenith, and then we'll go all the way through Scarlet and Violet, back to those $500 alt arts, promos, and then we'll get out of here. Alright, let's get to it.
I have no idea what I'm doing.
Okay, so Giratina, let's hurry up and get all the Crown Zenith hits. There's a lot of them, so I'm just going to go over them real quick, and we'll move on to Scarlet and Violet. First of all, Giratina is $130 right now, $130. On the 3 or on the 1 month, it is up from basically $105 up to $130. Now, as far as Giratina's all-time high, we're going to hop over to price charting real quick because it has been a little higher. So at release, it was around 150, 140, and then 130. Dropped significantly down. It hit a high of 117 in May of this year before dropping back down to 100. So now it is at 130. So it is not at its technically all-time high, but it is at its all-time high since release. All right, so Giratina, and if Giratina's up, here's a Mewtwo. So Mewtwo obviously had a huge amount of copies sold on Black Friday. There's 49 at $61.47. That is massive. That's why that bar is massive. But ever since then, it has continued to hold and go up rather than retrace. So Mewtwo V-Star, Crown Zenith, is $95. That is an all-time high. So as you can see here on the 1-year chart, we have a low of around $45, a high now of $93. Now, let's get into some other gold cards. So, first of all, we're going to look at Arceus. There it is, Arceus. So, Arceus on the 3-month chart is from $56 all the way up to $80. That's a 41% increase on the 3-month chart. Now, on the 1 month, you see a low of $64 and a plateau right here at this $80. And we're at $81.56. Now, let's look at, let's zoom that out because we're close. Yeah, there it is. So Arceus had a high. I remember this because it just didn't hit 100. I remember when this happened, paying very close attention. So 99.41, all-time high. There you go, Arceus. A GG70. Okay, and then here's another one, Dialga, from 49 up to 62 on the 1 month, 23% on the 1 month. I'm gonna speed up just a little because you're getting the point. When Crown Zenith bangers go up, they all go up. 1 month low for Senor Palkia. We have 50 up to 58. That's only 13. I'll zoom it out real quick. So you hit the high 68 in May during the last Crown Zenith / Sword and Shield bubble. I separate them only because Sword and Shield kind of happened first, and then Crown Zenith had a little late bubble of its own with a lot of its own cards. So Leafeon and Glaceon we are now going to look at for the silver borders. So Leafeon on the 1 month was as low as $24 on November 29th, and that was the same day it was Black Friday. And then it went up to $33, and now that's about where we're at. It's $32 on the 1 month chart. If you look at the 6 month, it is a low of 22 and up to 32. So there you go, Leafeon. Now we're going to look at Glaceon. So Glaceon, same thing, $32. 1 month from about 23 up to 32. We had on Black Friday, we had 44 sold. So on the 1 month, that is a 40% increase for Glaceon. Are we done with Crown Zenith? Nope, we got Suicune. So Suicune on the 1 month is going from $17.50 up to about $21.40, 22%. Excellent. Do we want to look at the 1 year? Sure. It hit a high of... Oh, that's light play. Get out of here, light play. Come on, light. Get out of there. All right, so yeah, we hit a high of 31. Come on. I have too many tabs open again. There it is. 30. We hit a high of 30. Is that accurate? Yeah, we hit a high of 30 and we're at 26. Okay. So it's high as 30. It might have been higher at release. I feel like it was almost 40. I'm not going to look. Yeah, that's fine. All right, so now let's get into Scarlet and Violet. So Scarlet and Violet, we're actually going to just look at the results, and then I'm going to zoom out, and we're going to take like an overview of Scarlet and Violet base set all hits, because not that things have been massively restructured, but everything has gained like 10 to 15, even 20%, basically across the board at the top. So Ralts IR is up just a little bit more from last week. We did cover this last week. But yeah, it's up to almost, 25.37. So it fizzled and then it's up higher. So it looks like it's going to do an okay job holding over $20 after all. So that's Ralt. Now let's just zoom out real quick and look at the entire Scarlet and Violet base set. So looking here, we see Gardevoir at $35. It hit 38 or 39 last week. Miriam, second place, 26. Now we have Ralts all the way at 25, right there next to Miriam. And I mean, 25 would have been even more than Miriam just a couple weeks ago, even a week ago. Miraidon's almost at 20. So everything else, all I want to focus on is, let's see, Slowpoke and Drowsy. So the Slowpoke and Drowsy at both over 15. These two cards, I think, took way too long to get to this price point, and I think both Slowpoke and both Drowsy will have no problem holding these price ranges. The Drowsy is my favorite IR the whole era, and the Slowpoke is just a cool illustration rare. Yeah, so Slowpoke and Drowsy at 15 bucks each is really cool. Kalia at 16. But yeah, so Ralt at 25, Slowpoke, Drowsy at 15. These are like, if they establish this as their new norm, that's very new for Scarlet and Violet base set, and that's good. It's a great set. It's a great base set. It's a great solid middle of the road set. All right, Paddle Dayer. So comfortably over, well, not comfortably, but over 200 bucks is a Magi. So Magikarp up 27% on the 1 month from 159, basically 160 up to 202. It had 18 copies sold on Black Friday at 175-ish. It's a lot of money. But yeah, average daily sold of 3. So there you go, over 200 bucks, $200 illustration rare from Paldeir. Okay, so now we're getting into Marl. So this is the crazy one. We talked about this last week. It already had its big hike last week, but it's up even more. So Marl, 200% on the 3 month. Let's look at the 1 month. So Marl from $14.40 up to $28 on the 1 month. That's 95%. That is $28 for Marl. Average daily sold of 6 right there. Wow. Okay, this really, let's zoom out so you can really see the shwee. So there's your shwee. So it's a $5 or $6 card forever, and then it hangs out around 10, and then this happens starting around October. So as you can see, the end of October. Black Friday was until it was already about 15 bucks, and it's basically doubled since Black Friday. Wow. All right, so Tinkaton, the only SIR, moving from Paldeir just a little. This card's basically always been a $15 to $17 card, but it's just kind of finally cracked over 20 bucks. So as you can see, $15, $17 card, as I said, and then finally cracked over 20 bucks. There you go. Okay. Charmander, I believe this is the only Scarlet and Violet 151 card we will be looking at this week. A lot of them are just kind of regressing off the last couple weeks worth of highs. On the 1 month, Charmander is from $44 up to a few days ago, $55, and right now it's sitting at $51.08. Yeah, and I did look at all the other Scarlet and Violet 151 cards. They're kind of either off a little or just kind of sideways. Altaria EX from Paradox Rift, the Rift. So this one did have 38 copies sold on Black Friday. I'm going to be still bringing that up for a while because that still does have a big impact. But yeah, so continued to hold and go up just a little. So on the 1 month, it is from 28 to 33. That's 17% for Altaria. And that puts it as the, I believe, third third most expensive card from Paradox Rift. Paradox Rift has an insane amount of value in the $5 to $15 range. Like if you just look, it's 3 pages worth, or like 2 pages worth. Anyway, Gardevoir EX. So this card, I think the Whooper in the water says it all. Just ooh. Most beautiful, elegant, gorgeous card. Absolutely. And guess what? So it's not, well, yeah, I mean, after release, it hit a high of 68. And then it went way down. And then it went way down, way to 38. And now it has came all the way back from $38 all the way up to $62. And for the 3 month, that is a high of 44%. So here's your 1 month chart right there. Just in the last 30 days, 51 on December 1st, 62 December 19th. I absolutely love this card. Whenever you get lots of emotions out of the side characters, like the cameos, and they just tell a little more of a story, like the card is just a still art, but it almost feels like it's moving just based on the Gardevoir's, just the artwork. It's beautiful. Anyway, all right, let's continue. Guess what? Baby Shinies. Baby Shiny Pikachu, look at that. Woo! This was actually, I used to do this thing called a Best Deal Banger, where I'd find a popular card at the end of every week, at the end of the video, and be like, hey, this one's cheaper than ever. It was like a month and a half ago that this was a Best Deal Banger. I think it was around the $27 mark. So yeah, I guess I got lucky. But yeah, so yeah, it's up from about 25 was its low on the 3 month up to about 34. On the 1 month, you can see it's 25 right there. Black Friday, 34. So looking good. We got a couple more. Charmander. Charmander on the 1 month is from 22 up to 26. Charmander on the 6th month is around $20 to 26. There you go. And on the 1 year, its all-time high was $26.43. It is basically at its all-time high right now. And it set a whole bunch of new higher lows in this last kind of uptrend here. So it looks like it could potentially hold this down. Just saying, it could. All right, let's move on. Do we have one more? Yes, we do. Snorlax. Snorlax has been looking good lately. I almost had it on last week's list, but it wasn't up enough. So $12.90 on the 1 month, up to $17.78 for a almost 38% increase. Zoom out for the 6 month, and you see a low right there in the middle of $10, and we're up to 18. So actually, let's go out just a little more, because I was gonna say this card did go up once before. So $17.79 at the end of May and June, and we are at $17.78. So we have essentially tapped its all-time high. Snorlax, Palayan Fates. All right, good. Ghastly's $33.46. $33 Ghastly. This card got messed around with a lot early on, but here we are again. That is an all-time high. Yeah, it kind of is. Yeah, there you go. So Ghastly, a low of 20. Is that the ultimate low? No, the ultimate low is $16 after that massive pump. Well, something happened with Ghastly that's not showing up on this chart, unless this is the pump I'm thinking of. Because I thought it got pumped way higher, like for one afternoon. Whatever. It's at an all-time high as far as the TCG player chart is representing. I guess that's all that matters. Gengar. So Gengar full art from the Temporal Forces as well. $18 now. This was a $10 to $12 card since release. And then just lately it really started to move, because in October, $12. And then it hit 13, and then yeah. So now Gengar full art Temporal Forces. Looking good. I mean, this was everyone's best guess for a full art to do well, especially because its only SAR is like half of it in the Morty. So it's not surprising. Are you surprised? I'm not surprised. Not surprised at all. It's cool too, the purple and the red, the contrast. It's alright. Litten from Temporal Forces is, I'll just go right to the 1 year. So you can see Litten was a no big deal, and made a little waves, and then no big deal, and then just since October it went from like $5, and now Litten is almost $11. So here's the 1 month, $6.87, and then Litten goes up to $10.83. It is Litten, illustration rare from Temporal Forces. Persian, the only shredded fumble card on this week's list. So Persian is, let's see here, on the 3 month we hit a low of 21, and right now we are sitting at $27. $2.28. Here's your 1 month chart. Hit a low of 22. Had a 43 items sold on Black Friday. But then it kept going up, hit 28, went down a little. Now it's at 27. So all in all, it was the only shredded fumble I could see, going anywhere in the upwards direction. So there you go, shredded fumble fans. All right, so let's take everything in Surging Sparks is down a little. So let's just take a overview and see where we're at now with Surging Sparks. So Pikachu's high was about 500. It is down to 461. Latias EX's high was 270. It is down to 230. Pikachu EX's high was 200. It is down to 150. Melodic's high, I forget. I think 160. Let's take a look. What was Melodic's high? Load. Yeah, 160. Oh, dang. Too many tabs open. 166. Okay. So Melodic was 166 at its high. Down to 137. Not too bad. Alolan Executor is already back down from its like 120 high from like a week and a half ago at 84. Latios down to 35. Cerulean Edge stopped going up. Stopped at 22. Pikachu cooled off. No longer 42. Down to 36. Pikachu EX no longer $9 or $8, now under $7. Hydreigon back under 100. Lucia's Appeal lower than ever. Precious Trolley higher than ever. Night Stretcher didn't move. Skarmory didn't move. Jasmine cooled off. Cerulean way down. Durant right around. Phoebus looking good, $8, staying there. Archaludon hasn't moved, $25. Latias EX holding strong for a full art. The Alolan Executor not move. Hydreigon, $7 holding strong. I guess I should have probably put this in price high to low. It would have helped. But yeah, that's basically it. So yeah, everything's either sideways or down slightly. Or I guess Gold Pikachu's down $50. But yeah, so we're in a cool off period with Surging Sparks. Alright, so now let's get into the promos. Let's look at Snorlax because Snorlax is up to $126. The Pokemon or Scarlet and Violet 151. ETB promo, oh my gosh. We've talked a lot about these guys on this channel. Here's your 1 year. There's a $25 card. Now it's a $120 card. Let's do another overview and just kind of take a look at all of them. So we see Snorlax at 120. That's new. Charmander's up a little more from last week. Squirtle just bumped over 100. No change for Pikachu. No change for Miraidon. No change for Koraidon. Magneton around the same. Mimikyu up a little. It was like $38 last week. Noctowl right around the same. The hell? You gotta be shitting me. Are you seeing this, Lechonkamania? What? My god. What? No way. This card. Hold on. What? Okay, Lechonkamania. Okay, for those of you that don't know, there's a viewer of this channel that is obsessed with Lechonk. And every time I talk about these promos, they get very angry that I don't. Did you do this, Lechonkamania? Did you buy out the Lechonk? Well, there you go. One of the hottest cards of the week, everyone. The Pokemon Center exclusive, Lechonk. That was released if you pre-ordered a Scarlet and Violet base set product. Is up how much percent? It's up 172% on the 1 month. There you go, Lechonkamania. Everyone, like, comment, subscribe to Lechonkamania. Lechonk to the moon. That I'm happy. That it was only a matter of time. Lechonkamania, Lechonk. There you go. Okay, so Lechonk's up huge, guys. All right, let's get into some crazy stuff. Leafeon VMAX is over 300. Bang. So on the 3 month we hit. No, let's just go out to the 6 month. No, let's go out to the 1 year. We got to see that. Okay, so there you go. So you see Leafeon before the bubble. 159, 160. High of 350. Recesses down to 257. And now we have cracked over 305. Leafeon VMAX Evolving Skies. Is it time for the $500 club? Yes, it is. Okay, so Rayquaza VMAX is now. So first of all, look, Rayquaza has been here before. So earlier in the year, 542 is Rayquaza's new high. And then Rayquaza went all the way down to 385, guys. But now here we are. Let's go to the let's go 3 month. We're at 399, up another $100 to 506. There it is. So on the 1 month, you see 506.87 from. On the 1 month, 467. So what is that? 8%. What is it on the 3 month? 24%. That's a big gain for an expensive card over a 90-day period. There you go. So there's $500 club member number 1. Lost his pass, but now he's back. Now in for the first time, Gengar. Gengar, ladies and gentlemen. So Gengar is $501. Wait. Yeah, $501.18. So on the 1 month, we are from 388 all the way up to 501. That is 30%. That is 30% in 30 days for a $400, now $500 card. This is most people's favorite Sword and Shield card. It's probably my favorite of the alt arts. I mean, it's just, I definitely like it more than Moonbreon. Definitely, like, hands down. Easily. I'm just thinking about some others. But I definitely think this is cooler than Moonbreon. But yeah, $500. There you go. There you go. Let's do the zoom out. Sorry. Hit a high of 407 during the bubble. So we're way past the April, May, early bubble from this year. We're way past that. Unlike Rayquaza, that is still catching up. Now, Tina. Giratina. Hello. Giratina is $503.22. That is also 30% on a 30. Whew, Jesus. Man, this TCG is so damn hot right now. 326 on September 24th. So it was at the low. Let me make sure I'm looking at this right. 480 during the first bubble, then the low to 350, and now we are at the 503. So there's your 3 month chart right there. October 327 up to the high of 503. So that is 3 alt arts that just in the past 3 or 4 days, 2 or 3 days, 500, 500, 500, and then you got Moonbreon at 1400 on the dot, moving sideways. Promos, more promos, non-Pokemon Center promos. So Greninja, this guy, you know, one of the best cards from Shredded Fumble, kind of. It's up to $18, so it's, you know, on the 3 month, it's $17.86, low of about $10. That is probably surprising a lot of people. You would assume a promo like this with all the hype and overly grading plays, you would assume it might have fizzled out, but instead it actually just absorbed and continued to grow in value, which, I'm just being honest, that's a little surprising to me. It must just be that good of a promo. So yeah, on the 1 month, from $13 all the way up to $17.77. And with tradition, it brings us to the last card. The amount of times I've ended this series, this video, on this card, and I always say the nicest things. Pikachu with Grey Felt Hat, the absolute dumbest, worst mistake, most irresponsible thing the Pokemon Company International has ever done is create and disseminate this card in the way that they did. And everyone who FOMO'd, hyped, and was just like a type person is being handsomely rewarded because this card is now up to $220. That is up 24% on the 1 month. That is up from $175 on the 1 month. Take a look at this 1 year chart though. After the initial FOMO, dumped down to $80. And then from April, May, June, July, August, September, you had all that time to gobble this up under 100. And then here we go. Pokemon starts popping off, and so does this card. So if you look at the 6 month, right around October, $100. And here we are, 2 months later, $220. Stupid Pikachu with its stupid Grey Felt Hat. The art is fine. Everything else, dumb. Hate this card. All right, that's our video for today. Thank you guys very much. For all of you that entered into the Pokemon Center Elite Trainer Box, the Twilight Masquerade giveaway from last video, I will announce that winner next video. It should be like Christmas Eve, right before Christmas, all right? So thank you guys. Go ahead and watch that. You can still enter into that giveaway if you want to win that Twilight Masquerade Pokemon Center ETB, courtesy of Valleywide Sports Cards in Scottsdale, Arizona. Go ahead and watch that video. Leave Valleywide in that comment section, and I will announce it next video. In case I don't see you guys till after the holidays, Merry Christmas, and catch you guys on the next one.